Hello, good afternoon. My name is Oluwatosin Isaac, and I welcome you to another session on accent litigation. If you've been following us all through, you will know that we've been discussing a particular topic, how to enforce judgment, and we've talked about two processes already, or two methods, and today we'll continue and we'll be discussing another method. We've talked about the rate of FIFE, we've talked about garniship proceeding. So today we'll be discussing judgment summons. Today is going to be very brief. It's very brief and straight to the point. You can easily understand it. There's no technicalities or something like that. So as I do say that every litigant is entitled to enjoy the outcome or the success of every litigation, which is judgment, and human nature when it comes to play would not want to carry out or make the judgment that was given take effect. Normally when the judgment is given like that, it's meant to take effect immediately. But because human nature will want to either stall or refuse to comply, hence the need to bring out some judgment enforcement rules just put in place to ensure that whatever judgment is given by the court of law is followed to the letter. So today we're talking about another method, and it is judgment summon. Now from the word summons, it should ring a bell, right? Like when they summon you to court. So when somebody is given a judgment summon, it means you're being summoned to court. Okay, let me create this scenario. Mr. Salami and Mr. Uche were parties to a suit. Mr. Salami was the claimant and Mr. Uche was the defendant. Mr. Salami is claiming 500,000 naira, and the court granted his claim. The court granted it and ordered the defendant, which is Mr. Uche, to pay the judgment sum of 500,000 naira. Now the court has given judgment. What is Mr. Uche supposed to do? To pay it, right? But first week, second week, third week, 1 month, 2 months, in fact 2 months is even so long. First week, second week, third week, nothing is happening then. Mr. Salami goes to court through his counsel, through his lawyer, and the lawyer tells the court that, my lord, we have an application for this court. The application is for the court to issue a judgment debtor summon to invite Mr. Uche to court to come and account and declare his means as to why he has not paid his debts and how much he has. You understand? Like to just come and declare his means of income, how much he has, like that. Because normally it's not supposed to be so. He's supposed to pay the money. But if he's not forthcoming, then the claimant can actually apply to the courts for judgment summon. So when the claimant comes to court through his lawyer and he applies for an order or for the court to issue a judgment summons to the defendant now, which is the judgment debtor. Remember how I classified them in the first session where we did classification: judgment creditor, judgment debtor, and the garnishing, like that, under garnishing proceeding. So once the court grants the application, such order or such summon or such invitation, as the case may be, is served on the defendant, and the defendant is required to come to court at a given date to come and explain to the court why he has refused to pay the money. So the court will ask him, why have you not paid? What is wrong? So he is to declare his means, that is to declare to the court what he does and answer questions as to his means of income, what has he been doing as regards the payment of the money, what step have you taken so far, you understand? So this is just its judgment summon the judgment debtor to court to come and declare his means. So now, what are the likely outcome of such invitation? What are the likely outcome? What do you think are the likely outcome? What will the court hold? The first is that the judgment debtor may be committed to prison for failure to settle debts, where it is discovered that he has the means but has simply refused to pay. Now, if he answers the summon and he declares his means, and it turns out that he has like 1,000,000 naira, or even has property that can be sold to pay that debt, and he did not pay it,